What is going on, everyone? Platinum Beast coming at you with yet another video. Today we are going to be talking about Libertads and are they the most collectible modern slabbed bullion. We also have an unboxing to do today. So without further ado, let's get into it. Okay guys, so the Libertad seems to be the most collectible modern bullion, even just by itself. If you take a look at the price of the 2020 Libertads, you know what I'm talking about. And so today I wanted to talk about that because I believe that it possibly might be the most collectible modern bullion, especially in slabbed form. The grades, if you take a look at what's available in the market, the grading scale ranges really from mint state, 62 up to 70, right? And so the reason for that is a lot of Libertads come with imperfections on them. As you can see here, this one kind of has a little bit of milking on it, but it's not too bad. And then like some of these ones that I have, they have like a little bit of tonnage or something around the edges and things like that. So Libertads are really hard to find in perfect form, I would say. Because these are somewhat used as actual currency, sometimes you can't, it's really, really difficult to find a very mint one. Also, another point is the very early ones, I don't believe they have capsules made for them. I know they fit in some capsules kind of weirdly and stuff, but for the most part, they don't really fit that much in capsules. So they get contact marks and they get all kinds of things. So this is a very cool coin to look at. Now, I am a big fan of the Libertads. Unfortunately, I don't have a whole lot of them, but I'm a big fan. But we do have an unboxing I told you all about, so I'm going to get into that. But first, I want to mention something. So let me just make sure this doesn't have any info on it, and I don't believe it does, but basically I purchased something online, and if you see right there, it was sliced open at the top and then retaped over. Now this is a little bit concerning, but let me give a little bit of info on that. So I bought this coin online on eBay from a very reputable seller, and funny enough, they live in the same metropolitan as me. So I really could have just drove and picked it up from them. But they live far enough away that shipping is whatever. And I didn't even realize it really until I saw the package was coming to me. And it was like, oh, dropped off at this post office right down the road from you. And I was like, oh, well, that's weird. But so the package got shipped extremely quick for first class especially. It was like the next day it was delivered on the tracking. And then I went to check my mailbox and I was like, wait, there's no package. Now, USPS has been notorious for marking packages as delivered and then them showing up like the next day or something. I don't know why that is. It's really weird. It's really frustrating. It's really stressful sometimes because you're like, what the heck? It's marked as delivered. It's not here. I don't know if it has to do with numbers and delivery times and stuff like that. But anyways, sometimes they've been known to do that. So I gave it a couple days and it still didn't show up. So I opened a case with USPS saying, where's my package? Because I wanted them to find it, because at the end of the day, eBay is not really going to cover me if it has been marked as delivered. It falls more so on the USPS for delivering it to the wrong address. That is exactly what happened. It was delivered to the wrong address and put in the wrong mailbox. By the grace of God, whoever ended up getting this, they opened up the package, they took out the contents, they said, wait, this is not mine. They looked at the address, they said, oh, this was delivered to the wrong address. So it eventually ended up back into my hands. We're going to open it up and see. I trust that whoever turned it in wouldn't have stolen anything because they probably just wouldn't have turned it in the first place. But we're going to go ahead and open this up and take a look at what we have today. I'm really excited about this because this is a very cool piece and I'm going to talk about it. And it goes along with the video topic of today, which is are Libertads the most collectible modern bullion, especially in slab form? So looks like we have it here. All right, so without further ado, here we go. So as you can see there, it is a 2018 Libertad, beautiful, beautiful coin in a slab. Gorgeous, gorgeous coin. Awesome, awesome, awesome. And its grade is Mint State 70. So I want to talk a little bit about why I decided to pick up a Mint State 70 2018 Libertad. Reason number one, I've had a hard time justifying the premium on 2020 Libertads. I'm like, okay, I get that like they took forever to release them. I get that, you know, the mintage is somewhat low. But a key point to this is the 2020 Libertads have a mintage limit of 300,000. The 2018 Libertads have a mintage limit of 300,000. And the thing about that is they have the same mintage limit, so there's the same amount of 2018s as 2020s. And I get the feeling that people aren't looking as closely to the 2018s as they are the 2020s. Now, if you try to find a 2018, chances are you won't pay much less than a 2020. But the cool thing about it is, if you find a 2020 that is graded Mint State 70, you won't pay what I paid for this. So I paid 60 bucks for this. Now that seems a little high, but in reality, if a 2020 Lib is 40 bucks, an extra 20 bucks, and I get a perfect one from 2 years ago, I'll take it. And it's got this cool Mexican flag label, which is really cool, but kind of novelty in my opinion. I'm more so just about that number right there. But 20 extra bucks and I get a Mint State 70, same mintage as the 2020, and even just a couple years older, which in my opinion is better. I know a lot of people probably say that the 2020 has more meaning because it was minted during the year 2020, which will stick in everyone's mind for a while. But in reality, I don't really buy into that stuff. If you do, that's cool, but I don't really buy into that stuff. I never bought any of the rounds that were themed around the year or anything like that. So that's not my cup of tea. If it's your cup of tea, that's cool. But basically, I want to talk about modern graded Libertads today. I always get on these tangents, but this is a very cool coin. And if you found a 2020 Libertad graded Mint State 70, chances are you'd probably pay close to like, I don't know, $100 or something. Now that will die down eventually, in my opinion. But this is pretty cool. I gotta admit, this is very, very cool, and I had been wanting to add to my Libertad stack, so that is what I did with this coin, and I have no regrets at all. But I want to talk a little bit more about graded Libertads, because if you go online and you try to find graded Libertads, what you will see is you can find them anywhere from Mint State 62, like I said, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, and 70. And 70 is very, very hard to come by, for the most part. You can find them, but realistically, they are much more scarce than, like, say, a 70 Eagle. And I think that's important to look at, because nobody wants to buy an MS64 graded Eagle, but if it's a low mintage MS64 graded Libertad, they might take that up. So the grades vary widely on this coin. And this is a modern bullion coin. This is not an old coin. So the grades vary very widely. And I get the feeling that because of the collectability of Libertads, they could, at some point far into the future, become even more so like a lot of the coins that people chase today. Like, say, the Morgan dollar, the peace dollar. Now, I know I'm going to get a whole bunch of people commenting. Now, the Morgan dollar and the peace dollar are like the most collectible coins in the history of the mankind. Okay, I get that. But these Libertads, I'm telling you guys, have a very strong following, very, very strong following. And they have a lot of different varieties and all kinds of cool things. This is the coin nerd coin, modern bullion. You might find someone collecting Eagles, but you'll probably find someone collecting Libertads. I really don't know why that is. I think the Mexican Mint that's kind of how it's ended up for them. Obviously, the design of these coins is gorgeous. So everyone thinks that that little statue of an angel kind of thing sitting there is very cool. And then the back, you've got the eagle with the snake, the typical Mexican design and things of that nature, and all those seals. That's just a very, very cool design. Whereas like, say, a silver eagle or something, it's just an eagle on the back, Lady Liberty on the front, pretty typical American kind of connoisseur or what have you. But the Mexican coins, the Libertads, have always been seen almost somewhat as a piece of art, you know? And that's what a lot of people see when they see Libertads, is really kind of art. And they want, you know, slabbed, authenticated, collectible things. If you take a look at the mintage numbers, okay, you'll see that some years of the Libertads did break into the millions, maybe a million or two, somewhere around there. I don't know the highest mintage. I did not look that up, but the lowest mintage is very, very low, way lower than the 2018 or the 2020. These coins being 300,000, that is very low, but there are a few coins that outdo that in terms of overall mintage numbers. And so I get the feeling that this is probably the most collectible modern bullion. And not just in slab form. I know I mentioned slab, but also just in raw form, you know. These 2014s, these are fairly low mintage as well. And I got these for a very good deal back in the day. I think these were about $21 a coin when I purchased them. And it was from a private sale online. And the purchaser or the seller did mention that they are not perfect. They have little kind of things here and there on them. As you can see there, right around the rim, a little bit of, I believe it's tonnage. But yeah, so even raw coins can be collectible based on their year, you know. Even if these coins, these 2014s, were really, really toned or scratched or what have you, they would still hold a bit of a premium because of their mintage. Same thing with the 2018. If it wasn't in the slab, chances are if I found a Libertad that was minted in the millions, I might get 30, 35 bucks for it. This 2018 in raw form, I could still get about 40 bucks for. So regardless of the actual grade, Libertads still hold collectability. It's kind of like how Morgan dollars, even if they're not in great condition, there's somebody out there collecting all of the Morgan dollars, right? And some people don't care about the condition. They just want one of each coin, whether it's scratched, whether it's almost good, very good, extremely fine, whatever. They don't really care about mint state as much. There's a wide variety of collectors out there who collect for different reasons and different versions. Some people go all MS-70, right? I don't even know if that's possible in the Libertad. I believe in my research, there were some coins that were not possible to really find in MS-70. But some people want all perfect coins. Some people just want all the coins. And then there's some people who just kind of want some variety and they don't want all the same year, so they want some of the lower minted coins. I mean, it's just a very vast, very diverse community of collectors of Libertads. So this is a very cool pickup indeed. I am very happy with my purchase on this, and we'll see where it goes, you know? You never know where it will go. Yeah. And I mentioned that I paid 60 bucks for this coin, but I had $10 in eBay bucks to spend. So really I spent like 50 bucks, which is a steal in my opinion. But Libertads are just so vast and diverse that I don't think you should really sleep on them. You know, I'm not saying you have to go out and get MS-70 coins, but if you don't have any of these in your stack, maybe think about picking some up. Because again, I really do think this is the most collectible modern bullion. Of course, the Eagle, and I'm going to get a lot of Patriots in my comments saying the Eagle's the best bullion coin, the Eagle is the most valuable, the Eagle. I'm not an Eagle hater, okay? But as far as collectability, Libertads. As far as stackability, Eagles, okay? Because even though they have the highest premium, minus the Libertad, it's really only a couple bucks or something, right? You might save $1 per coin if you go maples instead of eagles. But eagles are very, very good for their own purpose. Collectability, I'm going to have to give it to the Libertads. And I also want to mention one last thing. When I mention collectability of Libertads, the proofs, the antiques, the reverse proofs, those are collectible, don't get me wrong. But in this video, I'm specifically talking about brilliant uncirculated bullion coins. These are just the regular old coin. This is not proof. This is not reverse proof. Nothing special. No special attribute. Now, if you go special attribute, really any mint sovereign coin in a special attribute is going to be collectible. A proof maple, a proof eagle, a reverse proof of either of those, you know, things of that nature that are very scarce and sparse and low mintage, those will always be collectible. But as far as bullion coins, bullion grade coins, just raw BU coins, I think Libertad takes the win. I don't know. I kind of want to know your guys' thoughts on this topic. I do look forward to picking up more Libertads in the future. Maybe some graded, maybe some ungraded. Who really knows? I love the design of this coin. I mean, it's got to be one of my favorite coins. I need to get myself some Mexican junk because that would be very cool. And also maybe some Aztec stuff and maybe even like a gold Libertad or something. But let me know in the comment section below, guys, what you think of Libertads. Do you think they're collectible? Do you stay away from them because, you know, you're just strictly a stacker? What are your thoughts on the Libertads? So leave me a comment in the comment section below. Let me know your thoughts. Be sure to hit that like button. Be sure to hit that subscribe button. Thank you so much to all my loyal followers for coming and checking out my video. Thank you to any new people who may come to the channel. I appreciate you. Be sure to check out my other videos. I have a lot of videos talking about platinum and other precious metals and just my thoughts and opinions on things. And with all that being said, guys, until next time, we will see you.